Okay, go ahead. So today's Saturday, the 25th of July. Right. And we just had a great family reunion. And I love the story you told me about how you and EJ decided to get married. Could you kind of recap what happened? Describe the time you were both, this is what, 1941?
Right after Pearl Harbor. And that was a parking place, a sparking place for young people to go to the top of the knob where the Nathan Bedford Forrest Monument is. Nathan Bedford Forrest isn't getting too famous right now, but to us it's history. Anyway, we were just a Saturday night, and we went up there and parked. And I don't remember just how it come about, but we just always we knew he was going to go into the Navy, some form of service. We was in love. So, and I was just getting out of high school, and Mom and Daddy was determined I was going to go to college, be a school teacher. And we decided we'd just get married. We didn't know what the future held, with him going into service. So we had to get somebody to go with us. And Gordon Lacey, he was the best looking boy in our class. Every girl had a crush on him. Was at the theater. And EJ went, he was in the balcony. So EJ's daddy owned the theater, We went by and got Gordon, and EJ wanted to know if he wanted to go with us to get married. Yeah, he went with us. Well, we were real smart. We thought we'd go, we thought we could go to Murray, Kentucky. That was not too far, didn't it? No. First, though, we stopped in Paris and sent a telegram to Mom and Daddy. We didn't know that the telegraph office closed at sundown and didn't open back up till the next morning. And so we just took off and we got to Murray. No, you had to have a blood ticket. And I said, EJ, we've got to be married before I go home because it's already past my curfew time. So we just kept going until I don't remember if we stopped anywhere else. Did we go anywhere else besides Murray, Kentucky?
Huh?
Did we go anywhere besides Murray the night we got married?
Yeah, we went to Kansas to begin with.
I didn't.
We stopped there and got direction.
Well, I don't remember that. But anyway, we ended up in Cape Girardeau, Missouri at about 4 o'clock in the morning. And we just driving, saw this sign outside, Justice of Peace. His name was, last name was Reed, R-E-E-D. So we got up and knocked on the door, and he got up. He didn't say a word about how old I was or anything. And he said, well, he needed 2 witnesses. He'd get his wife out of bed. So she and Gordon was the witnesses for our wedding. And then we went and got a little old crummy hotel room. And say Mom and Daddy had the whole county aroused about.
Did you tell them that checking with Harold Martin?
Yeah, there was another place that the young people met was at a gravel pit. And they checked with some of our friends, and Harold Martin Stigall, a real good friend of ours, we used to double date. He said, have you tried the gravel pit? Dad said, what would they be doing in a gravel pit?
Did you throw rocks in the gravel pit or something? Is that what y'all did?
No,
CC camp.
anyway, it's just a parking place. It wasn't no place to go in. And anyway, we got back home Sunday. We went to Milan first. And I still had the same clothes on the day when we left. I never forget, it was a plaid skirt and a green sweater, I believe. We didn't get no pictures. We didn't have no pictures. So I think Mama finally put a picture of my graduation picture in the Chronicle about, us getting married. So anyway, EJ was working at the Milan Arsenal. And the next week after we got married, you got laid off, didn't you?
3 days later.
Yeah. he got laid off. So there we was, I was in high school, and had lost his job and got down to our last penny. And EJ put a hole in that and put it on a chain that had his identification from the Navy to keep that. He said, I guess still got it. And from there,
About what your mother said.
well, she said it'll be another Ralph and Naomi, they won't last. I ought to show you. Anyway. Then you went in the Navy in 43, didn't you?
No,
You went in the Navy in 43. Yeah. Left me pregnant with Fred. And
on the way to labor.
barefoot and pregnant. Yeah. But I finished high school, see. And he'd come up on weekends, and we'd stay with his granddaddy that owned the theater. And I loved that because she had a maid and she cooked for us every night. I didn't have to do a thing. And till I graduated in, I guess it was May, we graduated. And then he got a job right away. He didn't want to, without a job very long. And went to work back at the arsenal. What was your job when you went back? Mechanic? You a mechanic when you went back to work after you lost your job? On them big old trucks, wasn't it?
No, it was out of a lot of equipment garage.
Okay. His daddy worked out there too, and he was on the fire department. And we lived with EJ's mother and daddy. We lived in a duplex, and there was an apartment upstairs, and we lived there for a while. And then we moved into a little garage apartment. I can't remember, but EJ was bringing home $35 a week. And we were making car payments and paying rent. And we lived right on the bus route. There was a Greyhound bus. All I had to do was walk to the top of the hill. And I'd put our dirty clothes in a suitcase and catch the Greyhound bus and ride over to Medina, which was just about, what was Milan from Medina? Medina from Milan, about 10 miles. Milan from Medina is about 10
9
miles.
miles.
9 miles. But anyway, I'd catch the bus with my suitcase full of dirty clothes and go over to Miss Simpson's and wash. And she had one of them fancy lanyard washers. Otherwise, I scrubbed them on a rubber board. I've done that too. So then, let's see, after the garage apartment, where did we built a house in Milan. We built a home. On Barrett Street, wasn't it, Fred? Wasn't it Barrett Street in Milan? Fred started school.
Cotton compress.
There's an old cotton compress talking. He started school at Polk Elementary School, wasn't he? He was there. He didn't go to kindergarten. And we lived there until, well, BJ, you know, the plant closed down after the war. He got out of the Navy. He got out of the Navy in 45. And of course, they had his job waiting. You know, he went back to work. They had to hire him back. But then the plant, you know, started to close. Well, he put his application in at Huntsville, Alabama, and also TVA. And you got a letter from both of them, didn't you? You got a letter from both of them for an interview from Huntsville, Alabama. And
Oh,
for
yeah.
TVA. He couldn't make up his mind. That was in 1951. It was when your mother and daddy got married, the year they got married. He finally said, well, he didn't know her, you know,
He's a German, I couldn't understand a word he said.
If he took the job down there, that we'd be living there. If he took a job with TVA, wherever they sent him for training, he could wind up back here at New Johnsonville. So he took the job with TVA.
He's one of them rocket experts.
Yeah, he's talking about his Huntsville. He was from Germany.
What was his name? You remember his name?
Von something.
Something like that.
Von Braun?
Warner Braun.
Huh?
Warner Braun. Von Braun.
Yeah, yeah.
he was the head of NASA's rocket program to the moon.
Everything in Huntsville's
Yeah.
still named after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's who he would have been working under if he'd gone to Huntsville. And see, we'd probably been still in Huntsville. You know. But then he went to work for TVA. We went to Wilson Dam in Alabama. That was close to Florence. We lived in Florence. And he got his training there, and then he went to East Tennessee. Was it Loudon, Fred? We lived in Loudon, and he was at, what's the name of that dam, EJ? Fort Loudon Dam.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, that's where we moved to Loudon, and you
Yeah.
worked at the dam. He was a switchboard operator, electrical.
North City, where we live.
That's where we lived, in Lenore City, it was close. And then from there.
Kentucky.
Uh,
Kentucky.
we moved to Lebanon before we went to Kentucky, didn't we? We was there just a little while, not far from where y'all's house was.
That's where Freddie started school, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Went to the fourth grade there.
Now, John started the school.
Don started school there.
He started at Brownsburg, Alabama.
I started in Mountain.
Yeah, I know you did, but Johnny started in Brownsburg, is that where it was? Alabama. Anyway,
Kentucky.
he started first grade there. And I think that was the year that Daddy had his stroke. My daddy was just 57 years old.
It was 1951.
The year that your daddy and mother got married.
Did you tell him I was in a movie theater when Freddie was born
Yeah, I didn't know, yeah, I guess.
in Oklahoma City?